Hey guys, it's my heart on display again. It is now April. I believe it's like April 2nd, April 3rd. I don't even know anymore. By the time I post this, it'll probably be 2 or 3 days into April. Man, it feels like the months are flying by. It just feels like 2021 started a couple days ago. In actuality, it was a couple months. So we've had a lot that's been going on. So since we're at the end of March, and my pre-order reel has been really slow, I had a couple figures that were actually delayed this month. Those include Ishtar from FNext and the Ereshkigal figure from FNext. Those were my two not prize figures, but prized figures that I was hoping to get this month. They were relayed to April and May respectively. So I figured I needed to scratch that itch somehow, and I was able to get a hold of some figures for March through local vendors as well as online. And I'll go over where I bought each of these figures, but I wanted to show you what my haul was. So this is the March haul for 2021, and I hope you enjoy. Now, some of these do include scale figures. I also did buy a few different Nendoroids. As far as unboxings, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've probably already unboxed the scale figures by then, just because I've really been wanting that satisfying feeling of opening a figure. It's been a long time. However, if you'd like to see any reviews of the Nendoroids, I also have some March Nendoroids coming from my pre-orders. I'm happy to do those, and any scale figures moving forward, I'll be happy to unbox those as well. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and start the video. First, we have Nero Claudius, also known as Red Saber. This is her Fate Grand Order version. This is a 1/7 scale, and it's from the company Stronger. Now, I did actually buy this off of Mandarake. I was scrolling through their newest features, and I saw that they had recently added Nero, so of course I had to add her to my collection. She has the same type of stand that my Ishtar and Ereshkigal figures have from Aniplex. So it actually fits really well with the collection. As far as my purchase from Mandarake, I have ordered from them a few different times, and I don't usually have a problem with them. What I've noticed though is if you order from one of their warehouses, the shipping is astronomical because it automatically scales the dimensions based off what's listed on the website and decides you need a huge box for it, even if it's like an unloaded mat or something that just has a bigger box. It doesn't determine your shipping, which you'll end up paying $200 shipping for a $12 item. So I steer away from those. But this one was fine. I got to get the shipping estimated and it was reasonable. I will definitely order from Mandarake again. Next we have Tamamo no Mai. This is her Police Fox version from the game Fate Extella Link. She's a 1/7 scale and produced by Fat Company. Now this is actually one of my first Fat Company figures. I'm not well familiar with them. However, they seem to have a credible reputation, and this figure definitely serves up to that. I actually found her in a bookstore called Kinokuniya, which is here in Texas as well, and I wasn't going to buy her. I wasn't even looking for her. I really just went to buy some anime merchandise. You know, Kinokuniya is really more along the lines of like a Barnes & Noble, but for more of like Japanese imported merchandise. So I was gonna go for some manga, maybe a wall scroll or a keychain, but I ended up finding Tamamo sitting on top of a shelf, and I second guessed her. I was like, man, she's expensive. I don't know if I want to, spend that much on her. I ended up leaving the store with her as usual. That's usually per my impulse. And I'm happy with the decision I made. So can't wait to display her next to Nero. Next up, we have 02. This is produced as a 1/7 scale, and it is from Max Factory. Now, Max Factory did a great job with this figure, and to be honest, I'm not someone who collects lewd type figures. It's just not really my forte, but what I really appreciate with the Max Factory version is that they didn't really sculpt her in a lewd fashion. They sculpted her more to fit the character style that she has in the opening of Darling in the Franxx. You can see her reaching out for Hero. She is also displayed with her coat, and you even have the double X's in the background, which is really symbolic of the intro also. Now, I actually bought this from Solaris Japan. It's my first time purchasing from Solaris. I did have some issues with shipping. The shipping method wasn't available in my country, so I had to ship to FedEx. And FedEx took forever to give me my tracking number. I almost missed the package. It was kind of scary, but all in all, I'm happy with the purchase. It's good for really rare figures at a high price, but I may purchase from Solaris again. Now this is one that I've been most excited for, at least here recently, and this is Io from the game Code Vein. This is actually produced by Kotobukiya, and I purchased Io from Bai. Now before I go into that, Io is a 1/7 scale figure. Really awesome detailed base. If you look at it from up above, it's actually representative of the emblem that Silva has in the Code Vein game. And she's clutching what looks like to be a Queenslayer blade, and she just has this forlorn look on her face like Io always does, so I can appreciate the detail put into this figure. Aside from that though, she was purchased through Bai. Now again, this is my first purchase with Bai as well. This month I was kind of experimenting with different sites to order from, and with Bai it was actually pretty easy. They ordered the product for me, and from there it was shipped to their warehouse and then shipped to my address from their warehouse. Shipping wasn't too bad. I believe it was like $20 extra, $15 to $20 extra on top of the original shipping price, so I'm happy with this too, and she looks great in the case. So starting with my Nendoroid purchases, and there are a few of them, the first one we have here is Etiro Yamada from Hypnosis Mike. Now, Etiro is a part of a rap group called Buster Bros with him and his two brothers, and then you have 3 other rap groups as well, and they all compete in a division rap battle to see who has the best, lyrics, rhymes, etc. out of the 4 rap groups available. Now, this is something I'm trying to broaden my collection with, is all the Hypnosis Mike Nendoroids. I love them all, and I already have Ramada and Jakurai, and I do have one to show in the next clip, but Etiro is definitely a great addition. I did purchase Etiro from the Good Smile US website, and it was a simple process. The shipping was about $5 for their members, and even though it was shipped through USPS, which I'm wary of, I've had issues with the USPS in the past, I've had to argue at their post offices that they're missing my packages. I was scared, but it was smooth sailing from there. I didn't have an issue with receiving this figure, and it's gonna look great next to all my other Hypnosis Mike Nendoroids. Following up Etiro, we have Samotoki Ahitsuki. Now, Samotoki is from Mad Tricker Crew, a rivaling group to Etiro Yamada's group, and I gotta say, the opposites between Etiro and Yamada, the red and blue boxes, they really fit like a rivalry theme. I did find Samotoki at Kinokuniya actually. When I went to Kinokuniya, same time that I picked up Tamamo, there were a crap ton of Hypnosis Mike Nendoroids for some reason, including Ichiro, which I had just received a few days before. So I was kind of bummed that I couldn't just pick them up at the same time. I had to pay for that extra shipping, but all in all, it was still worth it. And it's just another one to add to my collection. I now have all 4 Nendoroids for the original group that they had called Dirty Dog, and that includes Ichiro, Samotoki, Jakurai, and Yamada. So now I just have to get the branching groups Nendoroids, and that should be complete. Besides that though, just an in-store purchase, nothing too crazy, and I'm just glad to have him. Now these next 4 Nendoroids I actually received from a local vendor. This is from Figma World, which is a vendor here that was at the different otaku weeb events that I went to. They had a booth set up with all of their Figmas and Nendoroids, and I believe that's what they specialize in, hence the name Figma World. They had some great selections, and I decided to pick up a few. One of those being Leo Fotia. Now, this is the DX version of Leo Fotia, which is the complete combustion version. They also had the regular version, but they only had one DX version left in stock, and so I decided to pick that up. He is so cute, and he has the throne that comes with him from the movie, so of course I had to snag it. And it was at a decent price too. As far as Gallo though, that will be shown here next. Of course I had to get the matching set, but the box here is different from the regular white boxes. You can see that it has a different pattern. It has a mixture of black with other turquoise and blues colors. And it really is going to be great next to my pop-up parade figures, so happy to display those too. And like I mentioned before, yes, I did pick up Gallo Timos as well. Of course I had to get the matching set, but besides that, I actually really like the depiction of Gallo in his Nendoroid. I really like the pop-up parade figure that I have for Gallo, but at the same time, this one really displays him best for me, and he does come with his more complete weapon, and he is more expressive. I really do like the hair sculpt here as well. Now, he was just a standard version. I don't believe that they have a DX version of Gallo, but it was one I still had to pick up. Again, this was from Figma World. Great choice as far as Nendoroids, and I'm happy to buy from them again. Doesn't seem like their markup was crazy, still reasonable prices, and I'm happy to purchase again from them. Besides that though, these were both going to be great next to my pop-up parades, and maybe I'll take some pictures to show that off. Just let me know if you guys want to see that. Okay, so coming up next, we actually have Karna from Fate Grand Order, or as I know Karna from, Fate Apocrypha. Now, Karna is a sun god. I don't really collect a lot of male figures or Nendoroids, but he's so fabulous. He looks so regal, so opulent. I had to grab him as well. And he is also, again, from Figma World. They have a really great selection. If I'm able to find at least 4 different Nendoroids in one day that I'd like, I think that that's showing that they have a great stock. You know, I'm actually really picky about the Nendoroids that I purchase, so. When it comes to Karna though, he's got some dynamic poses. He comes with his weapon, and he's gonna look great next to my Jean, Ishtar, Ereshkigal Nendoroids. Just having more Fate Grand Order Nendoroids is something I'm aspiring towards, because I didn't want to give into the craze or the fad of just having all Fate Nendoroids or Fate figures, but I'm leaning more into it. They have a lot of variety, and that reflects here with Karna just in his Nendoroid form. The last purchase that I actually got from Figma World was the Nemesis Nendoroid from Infinite Dendrogram. Now, this is everything that I love in figures. It's purple, it's stylish, it's cute, it has an edge to it, so I had to grab it. I do also have the 1/8 scale figure from Kotobukiya for Nemesis, and I kind of regret buying that figure when I did. Not buying it in general, but I bought it at full price, and that was expensive. If I round it off, it was probably like $145. But I saw it on AmiAmi on sale, brand new the other day, for around $55, so kind of shot myself in the foot. But it happens, and I decided, since I've already blown so much money on that one figure for Nemesis, I might as well get her Nendoroid as well, which I will be displaying with her. A great find. You know, they had a few of them. I don't think that Infinite Dendrogram is a popular series over here yet. However, you know, I really enjoyed it, and it's one of the VR MMO RPG genre isekai anime that I like. So there you have it. There's my March haul for 2021. I have a lot of pre-orders that are coming. Would you guys actually like to see what I have for pre-orders for 2021? I have a few. I think I've counted at least 20 so far, so if you'd like for me to go over what I have pre-ordered, I can do that too. I know we're already 2 or 3 months in, but I can at least let you know what I have for the rest of the year, because there's a lot coming, you guys. I can share those with you. Just feel free to comment down below if you'd like to see that, or feel free to comment on like somewhere on my Instagram. I'm happy to respond there as well. Also, I wanted to say thank you. We did hit 60 5 subscribers, I think, as of this morning. It may be different now, not too sure, but I'm on my way up. Next goal will be 100, so let's try to get it there if we can. It's just really exciting to see people enjoy my content. You know, I think I joined a Discord for like my figure collection, and I was actually recognized on there from my channel, so that was kind of weird, but it was actually kind of cool too to see that there were others actually enjoying the content that I'm putting out there. So thank you guys again. I'm really glad that you enjoyed that. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up and subscribe below if you'd like to see more of my content. And feel free to sound off in the comments which one of these are you looking forward to receiving, or is there any of your favorites that you'd hope I'd unbox? I'm happy to take requests. Until then, have a great rest of your day and take care.